I said I need that shit glued to my head.
What
A GoPro.
Something right here. Spider that lives here and ants. I don't know what.
Oh yeah. That spider web is real.
If you want to go that way too, you might have some luck going that way, then this way, whatever works for you.
I could probably do here.
So then you don't have to make a leap once you get over here.
I'm over here. What they don't tell you about living abroad is how much of a detox it is on the mind, the body, and especially the spirit. I mean, imagine being so tied into a people, a place, land, and food, and then removing yourself completely and abruptly throwing said self into another way of being and understanding. That's what traveling is. That's what embracing another culture invites. Even when those cultures are pieces of yourself, it still forces a part of you to have to lose control of understanding and knowing, and to allow the world around you, as well as yourself, to be perceived anew. I guess I should tell you a bit about myself, huh? Or at least how we arrived to this moment. And I will, that's no problem. Está bien. Pero primero, I need you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and like this video to keep catching the sun. Now back to the story. I am what you would call a progressed hood chick. A bona fide 90s baby, complete with velour jogging suit, housed in Project Chronicles, and a Pentecostal grandmother. Now let's be real, y'all. Church folks is a special type of hood. So how did I end up, little brown girl from the hood, going from the concrete jungle to the jungle? And why Belize? Well, for those who don't know, Belize is a small country in Central America, nestled between Guatemala and Mexico. Although it's located in Central America, it is considered a Caribbean country. With English being the language at large, it is still spoken with a heavy Creole accent. You will also hear Spanish, Mayan, and Garifuna, depending on where you are in the country. Now, the Queen of England is on the currency, and the history is parallel to the America I come from. Different, but in so many ways, it's the same story. I can just breathe different here, and for that I'm grateful. I live in a small village with around 500 households, and a lot of those people being related to each other. Small town vibes on crack, basically. I mean, you know how that goes. It's a mestizo community, with most people speaking Spanish at home and Creole in the streets. Side note, a Spanish Creole dialect is definitely on my list of favorites. No, don't chase me though.
As well as this turkey. I mean, did y'all see that? It was trying to run up on me. The footage you see is me walking around my village. A village called Bullet Tree Falls. The village sits on the Mopan River and is full of undisturbed jungle. I'm talking jungle, y'all. Like fruit trees and animals and just mosquitoes and river and life. It's actually really beautiful. I'm really grateful to have this experience. You know, it's kind of like if I lived in the South in regards to the way the land is set up and how people live and move. just if the South was tropical and had monkeys and toucans dancing through the trees.
All the horses today.
I mean, moving out of the country is one thing, but moving to the jungle, a place where I literally have to work and be in alignment with the energy around me. For example, the village water is based on the river and collecting rain. If the river is low or there is no rain, sometimes that means there's no water, even if you paid your bill. It's not a bad thing or negative, just different. Now I know to collect water before or to go to the river in those moments. It's teaching me to stay prepared and in communication with nature. Yeah. The people here are hardworking, so hardworking, and even if sometimes accidentally, so close to God. I mean, the minimum wage here equates to around $2 US, and although I know most families are living in what we call poverty and know to be poverty, there is still this ease and joy that just subtly lingers in the air. So much permission to create an experience, even if it's not put into practice. I mean, coming from the other America, peace can be a shock. As much as we long for it, there are parts of us that fight it to the core. Living in another country has exposed this in myself, giving me so much space to process all the ways in which I have been programmed to fight my own creation. My own joy. Moving to Belize has been a beautiful struggle in more ways than I can imagine. It's been humbling and sobering and full of so much wonder, all at the same time. I came here to record an album, to throw myself deeper into plant medicine and shamanism. I came here to learn how to live and connect back to and with the land. I came here for so many reasons, but the biggest reason of all is to see myself outside of what it means to be Black in America. To know what my skin feels like when it's not suffocating or being defined by the world around me. I mean, really. Radio, radio, play another Da, 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 da. Got so many hand whistles. Yo, but being yourself requires you to actually be willing to do the work. If you would have told my little girl self she would have been living in the jungle, she wouldn't be surprised by the idea, but more so grateful she finally grew the courage. It takes courage to be yourself and to see yourself. We made our way to the river. Come to your river, wash my soul. I will come to your river. I will come to your river, wash my soul. Started sweat. Oh my gosh. Hey y'all. We out here at the water, chilling, getting some inspiration. Like I said, traveling and living abroad is such a detox. But this is only the beginning. I'm gonna get to land, I'm gonna record the album, I'm gonna take over the world because that's what I want to do. This is only the beginning.